So it just occurred to me that I have never recorded a video while I've been in SoCal. As a matter of fact, I haven't done a video in a good long time. So I figured I would do it because today is. I'll just get to the story and I'll tell you something ironic. It's kind of funny. So I read a lot of you guys. I don't always note, but I do read a lot. And one of the readers, one of the people I read, you just don't know. You probably may have seen his comments and whatnot. He's actually in Paris right now with his boyfriend or husband or roommate. I don't know what their official arrangement is, but um, they're in Paris right now, and he just wrote an entry about him and his the person he's there with uh, going to this bar in Paris called Raid, and it made me laugh because well, I'm going to tell you the story. So I just got off the phone with Edgar. Yes, I still talk to Edgar. It's his birthday today. He's 20 years old, and I'm 29. Good God. He's 20 years old today, and a year ago was his birthday, and we were in Paris for his birthday. In fact, that picture of me sitting on his lap with the two other girls, I posted it quite a bit. It's back there somewhere. Was actually on his birthday at a bar in Paris called Les Souffleurs, which is right around the corner from Raid. And afterwards, we went to Raid with those two girls in tow. And he had gone to Raid and was talking about something, and it reminded me of that. We went to Raid, and if you go to Raid, it's open, whatever, and there's showers. There's like a shower up by the bar, and there's a naked guy, and he's encased, so you can't like reach in and like help him lather up his armpits or anything. But the girls, I don't know how I got in with two girls, but I remember walking there with them, and we had tried to go into this bar, me and my friend Katie, who is the one who died over Christmas, but and they wouldn't let her in. So I told Drea and Hannah, I'm like, hold hands or something. Pretend you're lesbians, like you're not there for the men. And so they did. And we get into the bar, and the guy's showering, and I had to go to the bathroom. And everyone else went to the bar, and I come back upstairs, and the guys are really uncomfortable. Edgar is like really confused. His roommate RJ is with us, and RJ is like, wow, I have never, I didn't know this happened at bars. And it's a gay bar. Hello, men, naked, showering. Sorry, I guess you straight guys don't have as much fun. You don't get to see women shower in your bars. That must be kind of a bummer now that I think about it. I would be disappointed if there weren't naked men on display for me when I went somewhere. I'm getting sidetracked. Uh, but it's Drea, being Drea, she was completely in shock that this naked guy was showering, and it's a glass window with the shower, and she had her face pressed up against the glass and was like fogging it up with her like and she and the guy who was in there had like he was very well endowed, as I would assume would be a job requirement if you're going to be naked in a room full of 70 gay men and two women. And she literally had her face pressed against glass and with her mouth open, like following his cock wherever it would go in the shower. And it was so funny. Oh my lord. Uh, okay, maybe it wasn't that funny. Maybe it was one of those had to be there things. But I happen to think it's hysterical because I got to brighten everybody's horizons. So, 10 years ago, today actually, was Edgar's birthday and kind of the first night we hung out. And I just got off the phone with him, and he's quit drinking, which, good for him, I guess. I mean, everybody, we're all on our own journey, and we all have to make our choices. Meanwhile, I am doing this. I have to write a rebuttal speech. I have to argue in favor of Facebook, and the argument has to hinge on the fact that cyberbullying does not exist, which does not make sense. I feel like that flies completely in the face of all of the evidence, but whatever, I'm just trying to get a good grade. Oh, and the teacher, my argumentation teacher, because everybody's so interested to hear what happened there. I actually decided not to yell at him. I know, I went the adult route, and I went to his office and I said, look, what you said, what you did was very, very inappropriate. And I am technically going to let it go this time, but if it happens again, I'm reporting you, and I will see to it that you are removed. And so I actually take my phone now and I voice record every class just so I have evidence in case he slips up. What's that, what's the movie where they voice record everything? My Fellow Americans? Yeah. Yeah, My Fellow Americans. Sorry, I'm really tired. My mother was in SoCal this weekend, and she was actually on her best behavior. It was a little ironic. Oh, my little brother Cameron, he went and visited my cousin Ricky for, I don't know why, but just, he went to go visit Ricky, who lives in Arizona. He lives, fucking, I don't know, wherever the military are stationed in Arizona, probably near the border. But I talked to him today after my mom left, and he's like, you're never going to guess what she did. I'm like, what? What did she do? We get to Ricky's house, and I'm unpacking, and Mom stuck a box of condoms in my luggage. Cameron's 16. He's homeschooled, and I won't say he's sheltered, and I guess Ricky was like, well, I guess we could get some Molly, and you could put him to use. I've known Ricky for years. Ricky was years younger than I am, but not as many as Cameron. I would assume he's maybe like 10 years older than Cameron. But I just love it. My mother bagged condoms for my little brother. Really. Really. So, I mean, that's it. I think I'm going to go out tonight because I've been dealing with my mother and then doing the speech, and I'm just exhausted. I can't sleep. I can't get sleep at all. I don't get any rest. And I used to blame it on the fact that I was alone because I got perfectly peaceful rest when I slept with Edgar. Like sleep with Edgar, not I know where you're going. But I used to get really good sleep with him, and now I don't, and, you know, I don't know, what can you blame it on? I mean, I love Edgar, and when we hung up the phone, he was like, I love you, and I love you too, but doesn't change anything. We love each other, but doesn't change anything. It's like, at what point, I always have hope that things will work out for the best, but at what point Do you let go of the belief that the best has to do with this specific person? Do you, I mean, what am I looking for? Everybody keeps reminding me that I'm 30, that and I'm not 30. I still have, what fucking month is it? I still have 7 months to go. 7 months of fabulousness, 7 months of 20-something fuck-ups until I'm supposed to know better next November. But I see my friends who are in their 30s, who are settled down and everything, and all I've ever wanted is to be able to invent my future for myself. And the older I get, the more determined I am to have that come true, because it just seems more and more impractical the older I get. I don't know what any of this means. Anyways, the whole point I was recording this was to tell you the story about the shower and the girl who had her face pressed against the glass, which I thought was really funny, and Edgar thought it was hysterical, but I'm assuming that no one else was quite laughing as hard as we were. Because, like, she was foaming at the mouth, following, like, steaming up the glass, and I was like, Drea, pull back, pull back. He's doing it for the men, okay? Ugh. I guess that's it. Remember when I had so much more to say and like my stories were fun and I was on a treadmill smoking cigarettes and drinking Coke while I did this shit? So much funner. Videos then were so much funner. And I know, Matt, you're going to say something about how I don't have a cigarette in my hand. That's because I'm in my new place and my house does not allow smoking inside. I guess I could have like turned this that way and smoked out the window and done it, but that's too complicated. I just want to press record and get this shit over with. And I'm sure I've lost everybody who started watching this at this point, so I'm gonna go. But have fun, yo.